Hello everybody, welcome
Okay,
back to the Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play, brought to you by the Final Fantasy Wiki. Only the finest in Final Fantasy knowledge, random trivia, and all sorts of Final Fantasy things, anything you need. Final Fantasy related, we got it. The Final Fantasy Wiki. And with me here tonight, I'm Blue Hyne, by the way, are these three.
Great Clawthing, the Lord and Mighty.
This is Fire Knight 251.
Hello, this is Skate Mode, Lord and Mighty. And
Okay, we're gonna have words over who has that title when we're done here.
Well, Fire Knight is not a Lord and Mighty because he's not a member of the Wiki staff. Me and Drakey and Skate are.
Well, I'll let Skate be the Mighty if I can be the Lord.
but I outrank you.
Alright. To explain, this is a Laguna flashback. We are back in the Dark Ages when Adele ruled Esther, and when people spent their entire lives working in a techno room, doing something.
This is the worst one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like working in a white-collar job. You just sort of sit in a small box and you press things a lot. And
With no means of protecting yourself.
and there's a Moomba. Because Moomba.
Well, it makes it better now.
I never got. I know a lot of people love the Laguna sequences, but I always hated them because I never knew what the hell was going on in it.
I didn't like this last one. I liked every other one.
I liked them because of all the mystery they represented, because you really had no idea what was going on. And then later they made a good break to the melodrama of the other parts of the game.
Final Fantasy VIII, though, most of the time I don't know what the hell is going on.
I don't think you're supposed to know what's going on.
You
Only
really
the lower
aren't.
notes, and even then you gotta
This
wonder.
game's beyond you.
You have to read the subtext. Just like 13 too.
You gotta...
If you read the first letter in each line, it spells out a secret message.
Alright, that's T. Alright, waiting for the next line. T-E-E-L. Teal. Teal is a color of blue. Blue is my first name. I made Final Fantasy VIII.
Now it just says
Here we
BS.
I knew it.
Oh, damn. Alright, well that didn't work.
HWY, I think it's just gibberish. No, I'm being coded.
Well, isn't Final Fantasy VIII just gibberish? What's the
Pretty
difference?
much.
It's actually a top secret message to all the racists around the world plotting their revolution.
All the minorities.
Minorities or racists. It's actually to both. They're both going to start their revolution at the same time. It'll be very interesting.
Oh god, Laguna, don't throw it at the Moomba.
No,
No,
the Moomba!
no!
Oh, yep, he's dead.
Our hero,
I
ladies
wonder why
and
they love
gentlemen.
Laguna.
Well, our hero's dad.
Why didn't you save him?
Oh, well,
Wait,
okay.
he's
He
alive.
can levitate.
He can mime his way back up. Yes.
Safety cables. Did the safety cable just did they bounce off the safety cable? Did he land on it?
You're a pretty nice guy. You
I
could
love
be a
that
leader.
line
I
so
actually-
much. Is that how desperate they are for leadership? Anyone who's a nice guy.
Pretty much. One dude, nice guy.
Guys make the four
Yeah, that was not
look
a-
like tampons.
Whatever saved the
You're not a
Moomba
total
was
dick
definitely
face.
not safety cable. I actually work with the stuff when hanging lights, and safety cable is just like a little metal cord. So in case the light breaks, it falls, it doesn't kill anybody. Speaking of killing people,
Oh shit, we forgot to take his gun from him.
why? Here, welcome to prison.
I
Do I need to give over my firearm? Nah, you can keep that as a
I mean,
little
in
souvenir, have fun.
It's for
In
protection.
30 years, they finally learned to take away weapons, and it still didn't work.
Maybe conceal them.
They should have just taken my junctions,
no.
then I would have been useless. Oops. I knocked
game
over
will
my
do that,
Zachary Taylor Pez dispenser. By the way,
Wait, who?
I have a Zachary Taylor Pez dispenser.
I would have preferred a milled Fromo one myself.
I don't know who that is.
He was a president of these United States.
He wasn't
He was also a
Huh.
general in
I'll
the
be damned.
Mexican-American War.
I'll be damned.
A good general, a terrible president, because he died. Dying makes for a bad
That happens to the
president.
best of us.
William Henry Harrison was a terrible president because he died in a month.
He got like
He
pneumonia.
tried his hardest.
Yeah, But a good president wouldn't have gotten pneumonia. Think about that. I mean,
One in better health.
yeah. I mean, come on. Did Teddy Roosevelt die of pneumonia? No. Did Lincoln
I
die
thought
of
you were gonna
pneumonia?
cut out all these menu sequences.
I have to show that I got my things back. Also, sometimes I'm a lazy editor. Let's just face facts. We got an hour and 20 minutes here. This 30 seconds isn't going to add up to much.
We're in
Well,
for the
I think it
long
adds
haul.
to the 30 seconds at least.
Maybe.
I'm just checking Soul Triangles right now.
The sins never die.
What are you singing? I'm the one who sings.
That
I'll take your word for it.
MGS5 trailer song.
Oh.
It's called "Sins of the Father."
Yes,
It does-
It's really awesome, actually.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Never played it. Never played
E3 happened 2 weeks ago, in case you're wondering.
There's
Oh no, you're dating this
Yes.
again.
Oh, speaking of dating this episode is going to be released right after Independence Day. Which,
Really?
yes. Which means I'm going to make this reference. We will not give up without a fight. We will not go quietly into the night. We're going to survive. We're going to live on. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Yay, Will Smith!
Actually, it was Bill
No.
Hyne, Bill Pullman.
Bill
And he screwed
Pullman.
up the speech.
How did I screw up the
He says
speech?
we're
I mean, I didn't say the whole thing.
He says, live on, then survive.
Oh, fuck you. It's
Well,
fine.
if you're such a fan of the movie, you want to quote it, you can do it right.
Or I could get the mood right.
Or I could get the person who said it right.
Or we could get Bill Pullman
Well, I should
in.
have seen the movie.
We should get Bill Pullman for the next
Jailbreak!
episode. Yeah, and
What's down there?
apparently you can't go through the open door. You're supposed to go through the elevator. You know.
We're actually playing Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, 50-50 shot. What did you say? Final Fantasy 13?
It's Dr. Odin.
Dr. Odine.
No, I know. I just like calling him
It's
Odin.
Odine,
Except
actually.
the potted, much more compressed cut.
Udini.
Dr. Weirdo accent.
How do you come
He's
up
actually a
with
rejected character from Chrono Cross.
I forgot how I came up with these ideas.
Ideas? Who has ideas?
Odine.
Odine has ideas?
He had ideas.
Oh, he
But he
ate
forgot
his
them.
General Tso's chicken because it gives you ideas. Get that reference, folks. I defy you.
Poke Captain.
Yes. Well, specifically Medibot.
I have a question. How is this rebellion organized if they don't have a proper leader?
You know, you just kind of start with the idea of a rebellion. Everyone just sort of comes together like, we're gonna rebel. You think about the leader afterwards, because you want a good fall guy for the government to kill, so that you won't get hurt. A child named Alone. Alone? Yes, Alone. You know, that big plot point chick.
The one who waves really weird at the end of the game.
Everybody just wants Alone. That's the real thing in this game. Alone is the belle of the ball, and everybody wants to dance with her.
And that's why Squall was messed up in that.
Among many, many other
Because-
reasons.
Skull just wants to be alone.
Because Alone didn't dance with
Well, I
him
mean-
at the ball?
No, I mean, she abandoned him. He was an orphan to begin with. And he has serious abandonment issues, which is why he goes after Renoa,
No.
hell-bent
He-
on saving her.
Yeah, he was an orphan, so he went and he made a group of teenagers, Lassie, to go and kill him, so that way his parents would get resurrected and destroy Cocoon, or something. I don't really get that game's plot, but I'll make a reference to it anyway.
Oh, child, perish the thought.
I am more than that!
You don't
I
get
am
this to FF15.
Bartandalus.
The villains know how to make an end.
They do.
Yeah, that guy not played by Tony J, but totally should have been played by Tony J, he was cool. I like Jill better, because she's way hotter and she has magnificent tits, like ridiculous boobs, but
She was in that game to die. I hate her so much.
she was in that game to have magnificent tits.
Basically, yeah, but
Speaking
you're
of
pretty much both
magnificent
right.
tits,
He was in the game for the
Nothing
trailer.
that's going on
Laguna.
right now. No, there's no magnificent tits on the screen. We are not paying attention to it.
Oh, we're never gonna see EDM battle again. I'm sad.
No.
Not that I ever used her.
Why did you remind me of that? I was in a good mood. Oh, speaking of magnificent tits, Idia! Aha! I made the transition!
She has none.
What do you mean she doesn't have tits?
She doesn't have any. I've never seen any magnificent.
She doesn't have any.
You just haven't been looking.
She has boobs, but they aren't magnificent.
Ultimisha.
She has like tons of cleavage. What are you talking about?
Ultimisha, now those are pretty magnificent.
Ultimisha is nothing but a whore.
She basically wears a wet
Look at her
version of what a
hair.
deer wears.
She's a whore.
Deer's a whore.
She's a time whore.
She's a time whore. Time whores, only the best.
Time
Oh,
compression.
this
Time
whore.
whores are only used by
Serious
Dr.
Christian never
Who
wanted
and
you to
Bill and
see.
Ted.
I like how Dissidia retconned her Russian accent.
Eh. So anyway, fighting enemies. That
That looks
robot
like a
just-
yeah,
Pretty
that
bad
giant, what is that thing? That's a giant, I guess, like, spice box?
It's a disco ball.
No, it's like a spice box that, like, in a Jewish ceremony you'd, like, toss around or something to make smell.
It just humped
It's
Laguna on
actually
the
a
head.
funky disco ball.
It's a terrible disco ball. It
With
has
legs.
no mirrors on it. Do you even know how a disco ball
Well,
works?
Not
Well,
really.
the thing is that it's rebelled against
Well,
society.
anyway, disco balls are balls with little tiny mirrors on it so that they reflect light back, so that way you create a very funkadelic effect.
Cool.
He was made the worst disco ball ever. He rebelled against society.
He was the voted least likely
I
to
was gonna-
succeed at Disco Hall High. I mean, Disco
I was
Ball
going to
High.
make a Chrono Trigger reference, but I didn't know where I was going with it.
You know
Wow!
where we're going with what?
That is a
Oh.
special award for incompetence. You just ran by all three of them, and they didn't even move.
Yep.
I knew Laguna was a dumbass, but I didn't think he was that bad. And they just run up the elevator, and he just runs out.
Come on, Squall. Laguna has a great ass.
Have you seen his CG renders? He looks so old.
Laguna?
We're looking at the CG
Well,
render
he
right
is,
now,
sort of.
actually.
Yeah, in RPG years, he's like 150.
Yeah.
And like during the
He should
present, he's
retire
in his
by now.
30s at least. Probably more.
Hey, by the time you reach your 30s, you're completely useless in battle. This is well
he looks
known.
younger in the future than he does in the past.
In the future, he looks ancient. By which I mean he's like
yeah, he's like
40.
almost like. Yeah, no, he's 40.
He's 48.
Long white beard.
Yeah, if you're 40, that
Or
means
whatever
you can
he is.
only be an evil villain or a doting old fool who will get killed.
What about an old general that doesn't get killed?
That doesn't happen in RPGs.
How old is Bosch?
Bosch, he's like 12, I don't know.
He's in his 30s.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I'll check quickly. I got the big deal.
Thus we see
Damn.
why again Final
36.
Fantasy XII is the master race.
But Bosch was supposed to be the protagonist until they replaced him with a 17-year-old.
Well, it's supposed to be
Balthier is only
Balthier,
22.
then Bosch,
Huh.
then Vaughn.
It
Wait,
was
Bosch is
always
only what?
Balthier. It was never not Balthier.
Well, yeah, it was always Balthier.
Bosch
No,
is only
Bosch
22.
And then it was
35,
actually
36,
Ash.
Balthier's 22.
Ash is.
Oh, okay.
I hate
Why do you
Ash.
hate
I'm sorry.
Ash?
I don't like Ash.
She's got a bodacious booty, man.
Yeah, but I don't like her. She's a bitch.
What part of
Called
bodacious
character
I
booty
development.
don't
object to
you
the
do?
use of the word bodacious.
Wait, wait,
Eh.
Besides,
guys, we gotta
that's
ride the
not so bad.
teacups.
Maybe she'll be the dominant one. Some people like that.
We're riding the teacups, yay!
That would be so much fun.
Electromagnets! The same power that drives electromagnetic trains from Tokyo to Osaka. The same power that lifts my desk. The same power that lifts me! I didn't get that
I'm
quite
sorry, I'm
exactly
still like
right.
Fortunately, the
for
person who's
people
running
in
towards
the
the teacup
shit.
now lost his pride.
I'm sorry, this music is really boring.
It puts me to sleep.
It really
I
is
want to
like
make
a lullaby.
intelligent conversation, but this music is dull.
I remember playing this part, and I literally took a 5-hour nap in the middle of it because it was
It's
just,
actually a metaphor
yeah.
for class struggle.
Class struggle, really? Do explain.
Yeah. You see, the music is putting you to sleep, which is putting you to sleep against the proletariat struggles.
Oh, come on,
Oh, so you mean
Laguna
that
looks like a guy who knows how to work computers. Does he talk like someone?
They all know how to work computers. They took computer lab in grammar school. So, Scape, you're saying that the bourgeoisie puts this music there to dull your brain so you don't notice how much the bourgeoisie is fucking you up the ass. Correct?
Big Brother.
Exactly.
Big Brother is watching us. Big Brother is watching you poo.
Pooh Bear?
Big Brother is watching Winnie the Pooh. Escape while he's distracted. So, I think... Wait, first we've got to ride the teacups first. But I was gonna say, I actually like what's coming up.
It's a teacup on-rail shooting section, right?
That would be awesome, man. I love on-rail shooters. Come on, we could get some Star Fox in this.
Something I always wondered is that Vespa has like this hover technology and it achieves space flight and all this stuff. How is it the rest of the world doesn't even have cable?
Because xenophobia. There's xenophobic Esther. Here we are.
Yeah, but they're led by Laguna.
Laguna comes
It's because of Laguna. They don't want any more Lagunas coming in.
Look at this. Laguna finally saved his little girl. It's touching.
It's
like, honestly.
What
Oh my God!
Son.
Stop doing
Did
that
he save
to her,
his son?
you sicko.
No.
What do you mean? He's hugging her.
Oh. Now I have to completely
Why do you gotta
reevaluate
take
my
it there, man?
interpretations of the
That's just
plot.
wrong.
Well, he's kissing her forehead. That's sweet.
No, I think he was just holding her, and he might have even been crying.
I would cry.
It's cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've been searching for this girl for years, hoping to save her from her horrible fate, you'd probably cry too.
And then your wife back home dies.
Well, I mean, who cares about her? She was in one scene. She's not important. Does she have time travel powers?
And nope, she's the only one who does not have time travel.
She actually might have. We just
she's got-
never got to see them.
She has magical powers that... Everyone has magical powers.
By the way, I like how this game doesn't even begin to try to explain why Alone has time travel powers.
Nope.
It's just like, she just does.
Yeah.
We'll...
Or call reading like on the wiki, it
Alone
says something like that when Hyne split his power in two and half became Sorcerer's power, maybe the other half is Alone's power. And I'm like, how the fuck does that begin to make sense?
Are you referencing
Where's
Final
there even
Fantasy
mythology
VIII's
about this
mythology?
game?
Because I've been actually meaning
Does it
to
have
explain...
mythology?
Yes, there's actually a very complex one.
Yeah.
While we're going through this cool future thing, I can go through it. In the beginning, there was a deity known as the Great Hyne. He was basically the god who created this universe. And he created a being of humans to go and tear down a mountain, I think. Because the mountain was in his way and he was trying to fall asleep. So the humans existed, they built a civilization while Hyne was asleep, they tore down the mountain, then Hyne woke up, and he saw that the humans had grown too numerous, so he killed all the little ones. By which he meant he killed all the children. And the humans got really pissed by that because, of course, he killed all the fucking kids, what are you gonna do? And they started a war against him. They went and they defeated Hyne, and Hyne promised them half his body in power. So they went and they got half his body, but it turned out it was only his skin, and they'd been gypped out of it, and Hyne disappeared. And it's speculated that the reason why sorceresses are so hated and so powerful is because they're actually the ones who inherited the Great Hyne's power.
And the funniest part of that completely bullshit story is looking at the page for Hyne now, it's all true.
Yes, I remembered it perfectly. Yeah.
What?
This makes me want to, like, go back for Fabio Nova Crystallis. Oh my god, my video froze.
What? Oh, catch up. We're at 19010. I mean...
Oh, Jesus, I'm back at, like, 19.
Oh, well, you're 10 seconds away. Then
What are you at, Blue, now?
I'm at 1917.
Okay, I'm a couple seconds behind it, but me.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just at 23 now.
I can barely sync
Where are
up
we
the
at
audio anyway at the end. Just drive. Oh, here we are. Dr. O'Doney. He has an important card. Which
That's
we
a
are
bit of an
now going to play
oxymoron,
him
isn't it?
for.
Okay, what's the timestamp now?
1944.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I
It's the
caught up
word card.
somehow.
The word card, and I have to double check this, which I'm not going to do now. I believe that one actually is really good. It gives you...
Okay, I'm just at 2012. Hat 2012.
Bad roll Nemric movie. The ward card, it might be this one or it might be a different one, but I think this one actually gives you a lot of really good magic, and you want this. Or it breaks down to a very good item, one that gives you... Alright, here we are. The ward card, I think, refines into an item that gives you HP percentage times 80 or something like that. Or plus 80% on your HP, which is a really easy way to get up to 999, which is what you need for the super boss.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow,
So I
Odin
think
sucks
it's
at
the
this
ward
game.
card that does that. He does. Yeah, he's quite bad.
Like, seriously, he could have won there.
Yeah.
Yeah.